2 p.m. This is a business meeting, not a court of law. Welcome each of you here tonight. Anyone wanting to comment has 3 minutes in the first session and 3 minutes in the second session. Citizens' comments. The board members do not have to comment unless they want to. Anyone wanting to comment must come to the podium and give their name, address, and phone number. No talking during the meeting. If you want to talk while the meeting is going on, you must go outside or to the hallway. Others want to be able to hear. You can be asked to leave if you are out of order. If you have a request for information, contact City Hall during office hours, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday, and fill out the proper request. Mr. Fry, our attorney, is on vacation for the week, and he wanted me to remind the board members that I'd like to remind the board it would be better for the board not to respond to pending litigation or discuss personnel matters on present or past employees. Shannon.
Alderman Stratton.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington.
Here.
Alderman Harrison.
Here.
Alderman Bowler.
Yes.
Okay, prayer for Vice Mayor Deacon Ray Harrington, and immediately following pledge allegiance to the flag.
Let us pray. Lord, we come to you now for this meeting for the town of Bluff City. We ask that all the decisions that are made in this meeting be for the best of the town of Bluff City, the people, and the future of Bluff City. Be with us now. Help all those who are in need. In your Son's holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next thing on the agenda is citizen comments. The first session, 3 minutes. Give your name, address, and phone number. Does anyone have any comments? If not, we'll move on to discussion and action. Madeline and Craig. Mr. Dave Wilson, engineer.
Thanks, Mayor. Members of the board, Mayor and Alderman, I'm here today to answer any questions that you may have about our ongoing projects. You are aware we've got a couple that have been submitted to USDA for review. Contract number 2, which is our big water and sewer project. That is with USDA. We spoke with them, I believe it's the 3rd, Mayor, and they have everything. We're waiting on comments. Anticipate getting those and hopefully turning around quickly and being able to bid as quick as we can get them turned back around. The other project is the McClellan Street project, and you all are aware we got bids on that. They were received, and Ramirez Contracting LLC out of Abingdon was awarded a contract. Today is their official start date where they're going to be on the clock. Of course, the weather was bad today, and they will be out there probably Wednesday if it's dry enough for them to begin work. Given that today was their first official day, I believe we have 45 days or until about November the 23rd for them to finish that project. Do you all have any questions about either one of those?
And I have any questions? No.
Did we figure anything out on that water running off of the railroad and coming in?
Yes, there are provisions in the contract to try to catch that after it comes off. We don't think we can south of the railroad where we're looking at, but after it goes through the culvert. And we've also worked with Mr. Wood here, the stormwater engineer, to try to corroborate both of our efforts to get as good a solution as we can get. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. If not, we'll have discussion and action on the regular meeting minutes of September the 5th, 2017.
I make a motion to accept.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Take a vote, please.
Who did, John, did you do?
I did, John.
Second. Right. Alderman Stratton.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Harrison,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
We'll have a public hearing on ordinance number 2017-012, an ordinance to ratify ordinance number 2017-008, dealing with real and personal taxes. Ordinance number 2017-012, an ordinance to ratify ordinance number 2017-008, dealing with real and personal property taxes for the fiscal year ending June the 30th, 2018. Whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen adopted ordinance number 2017-008 on July the 25th, 2017, which set an ad valorem tax rate for the fiscal year 2017-2018 at $121.28 for each $100 of excess value. Whereas a notice of public hearing was published in the Bristol Herald Courier on the, what day?
26th day of September.
The 26th day of September 2017, the purpose of which is to consider ratifying ordinance number 2017-008. The tax rate in said ordinance exceeded the certified property tax rate of $1 and 1.22445. Be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee, that ordinance number 2017-008 is hereby ratified and the content of which is reiterated herein below. There is hereby levied on all taxable real, personal, and mixed property located within the municipality's boundaries of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee for the fiscal year 2017-2018 at ad valorem tax of $1.28 for each $100. 100 of assessed value. Taxes shall be due and payable on or before May the 1st, 2018. The amount of penalty and interest shall be the same as that applicable to county property taxes as set out in the tax statutes of the state of Tennessee. The purpose of this tax levy ordinance is to provide funding for the appropriations ordinance for the fiscal year 2017-2018. Number 2017-007. The ordinance commonly known as the tax levy ordinance for the fiscal year 2017-2018 shall take effect from and after its final passage, the public welfare requiring it. Okay. Do we have a motion?
Is there any way that we can ask questions since the first public hearing did not go into detail on what was being changed? Not the first public hearing, but the first reading. Now that, if I heard you correctly, we are exceeding Sullivan County property taxes of
Well, if this is a public hearing anyway, so if you have a comment, you need to come to the podium.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Give your name, address, and phone number.
Carolyn Payne, 4818 Bluff City Highway, 5389108. First question, when we do the first reading, is there any possible way that we can know what's in that reading before it even goes to a public hearing and a second reading? I mean, we went up, if I'm getting this correctly, we went up 3 pennies higher than Sullivan County. Is that correct?
No,
No.
we haven't had a tax increase since 3 years ago. It's been it was $1.03, then we went to $1.28 back in 15. Was it 15?
It's been $1.28 then for quite a while.
Yeah.
So then why does it say we exceeded
It's
the
like when you got
$1.24?
You know, when you got your property taxes, the Sullivan County, everything got reassessed.
Right.
And that's like Sullivan County did too, and they increased theirs a little bit. But it was where everything was reassessed, that 122,445 was what the state would set it at. But where we've stayed at $1.28, we've just left it alone.
Okay, and we've had that in effect for since
3 years?
3, 4 years
Before
now.
Sharon came.
Yeah,
It's
so
back
it'd be
when she
like
was
4
with-
years.
It's been 4 years, yeah, 4 years.
So, I mean, I still
So
haven't
no
gotten,
increase, yeah.
I still haven't gotten my notification from Sullivan County that property taxes are going up, so. But that is 3 pennies, and 3 pennies can actually, especially on $100, can kind of make and break a lot of people. So, but I do go back to my first question. When we do have the first reading, is it possible to receive these documents to where we actually know what it's going to be and what it entails, to where at least we can come in here with some intelligent questions?
Well, we'll have to wait and ask Mr. Fry that question
Okay.
at the next regular meeting.
All right, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Approval. Sharon?
Who did
Ray
the second?
made the motion to approve.
Who made the second?
Second, who was going second? We need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, take a vote, please.
Alderman Stratton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Harrison,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
Okay, the next thing on the agenda is discussion and action on the first reading on ordinance number 2017-012 for the first reading. Okay. Ordinance number 2017-009, an ordinance to fix the time and place of regular meetings of the Bluffs of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen.
This is our
Yeah,
second
so-
reading, right?
Yeah, this is the second reading. I guess it didn't get
It was
changed.
the first reading on that.
Huh?
It was first reading on the ratifying the ordinance.
Yeah, you've done
Okay.
these two.
Oh, okay.
That was the first reading on that one. On this one, it's the second reading.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Okay, on the, for a fixed time and place. Okay, it's the, second, it's a public hearing, right?
Public
And a hearing and
second.
second reading. Okay, public hearing. Whereas, pertinent to Article 3, Section 5, of the Charter of the Bluff City, Tennessee, of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, shall by ordinance fix the time and place at which the regular meetings of the board shall be held. Be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee, the regular meeting of the Bluff City Board of Mayor and Aldermen shall be held on the first Tuesday of each month at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This ordinance shall become effective from and after its final passage, the public welfare requirement. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept it.
And take a vote,
Here,
please.
Public hearing.
Public
Oh.
hearing first.
Yes,
You got a comment?
Carolyn
On the
Payne,
time.
4818 Bluff City Highway, 538-9108. And I'm going to have questions on all these, so I don't really think it's going to be necessary for me to give my name and address each time. But again, I'm going to go back to when we have the first reading. I didn't know we were going to change the time. That is not going to allow the residents to get off from work, go home, cook dinner, and try to attend meetings. I highly disagree with changing it to 6 p.m. And we need to be aware of the changes in these ordinances and resolutions. The same will go for the resolutions as well. We need a heads up before everybody blindly walks in down here and we don't even know what you're voting on.
Does anyone else have a comment? If not, do we have a motion on the second reading?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Take a vote, please.
Alderman Stratton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Harrison,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
And the next thing on the agenda is ordinance number 2017-010, an ordinance granting a franchise to Atmos Energy Corporation, its successors, and assigns for a period of 20 years to erect, construct, reconstruct, maintain, and operate a natural gas plant or plants for the manufacturing and processing of any and all kinds of gas, and for the distribution of natural gas, and for the installation and maintenance of mains, pipes, pipelines, distribution lines, and other equipment necessary or incidental to distribution of said gas upon the cross, along, and under the highways, streets, avenues, roads, alleys, lanes, and other public grounds of the city of Bluff City, Tennessee. Does anyone have a comment?
What is Atmos Energy?
That's the name of the company, and we have.
That's the natural gas that we have for the city.
Are we talking about people's propanes, their logs, or are we talking about gas stations?
No,
The gas
lines.
Natural gas line.
I was not aware that we had any natural gas lines here.
We don't have that many customers, but we do have
But
that.
it would be the ones that are on propane.
It's basically just renewing the contract.
Okay. The issue, I mean, why do we really have to sign a 20-year contract? That's tying us in for an awful long time. I mean, wouldn't it be normal to have like a 3-year contract? I mean, I think even our auditors, I mean, don't we take a vote now every year to keep the same ones? I am totally against signing any contract for 20 years. And had I known this was going to be, again, at the first reading and what it entailed, we could have possibly have asked questions then. So I don't think that we should sign, at least don't approve a 20-year contract. Definitely reconsider taking it down to something more reasonable, like a 3-year contract. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone else have a comment? If not,
Is that what the last contract was, 20 years?
yeah, I think it was. It's been about that length of
Just
time.
renew it for a new contract.
Yeah.
It's expired.
Yes. Do we have a motion to approve? Motion to approve the franchise?
I'll make the motion we approve.
Got a second? Take a vote, please.
Stratton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Harrison,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
And the next thing on the agenda is discussion and action on the second reading on ordinance number 2017-010. Oh, what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong here. Okay, discussion and action, a public hearing on ordinance number 2017-011, an ordinance to amend 2017-007, known as the appropriation ordinance. Whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen deem it necessary to complete the McClellan Street project for the health, safety, and welfare for the citizens of the town of Bluff City. Whereas the contract price for that project is $178,380, and whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen wish to pay cash for this project, be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee, the ordinance number 2017-007 as the line item 413, Water and Sewer Fund, be amended as followed. 413 Water and Sewer Fund, $959,579. This ordinance shall take effect from and after its final passage the public welfare requirement. Okay. Does anybody have any comments?
On this specific ordinance, Ordinance 2017-007, Water and Sewer Fund is, and that was year ending June 30th, 2018. We only had $781,199 in it. Now, we're going to pay cash of $178,000, I believe $380. But, and I just tried to quickly jot down the number, Mayor, was that now $959,579? I'm not good at math, but
Yes.
if we're taking $178,000, and I'll just round off the numbers, from $781,000, how does that put us up to $959,000?
It's an expenditure. It's an expenditure, so it's an added cost. So if an added cost, you would add to the 7.
And maybe this is where I get a little confused. It's an added cost, but I thought the appropriations was what we actually had on balance on fund. But, I mean, I definitely could be
Sharon,
wrong.
you wanna explain?
Yeah, Sharon.
Well, it increases the appropriations for the water sewer fund by $178,000. You're still in balance, the budget's still in balance. We're still spending less than we have coming in.
This is preventing us going into the red. If we left our budget at 700 and what you said a second ago, what it was, and we spend that 178, then that would cause our budget for the water and sewer to be in the red at the end of the year.
Well, it won't know, but we have to appropriate it before we can spend it.
Was it?
You've got the money there. You just, it has to be appropriated. You still have,
Just has to be on
you
the
still
budget.
have more income coming in than you've got expenditures going out.
Okay. So technically, if I heard Sharon correctly, then the $781,000 would be minus $178,000. So I'm not quite sure how we get up to $959,000.
You would add it to, if you're looking at the appropriations. And you start looking
But
at the total
it's I get it that it's an expenditure, but I thought these were actually our budgets of what we're bringing in on hand.
Well, you have the revenue coming in.
Right.
Then you
Is
have
revenue
expenditures.
not appropriations?
Well, it's the
Okay.
revenue that's coming in.
Okay.
You take your total revenue and subtract your total expenditures and get your balance.
Okay.
How much
So
money?
if I did my math, then wouldn't I be doing $781,000 minus $178,000 because we're going to pay cash for it?
You'd be adding it. What's your total revenue? Are you looking at the budget? I don't have it with me.
Well, I actually have the budget, but I'm actually looking at the ordinance 2017-007.
Your
Yeah,
3 minutes
add
is up.
to it.
We
Yeah.
have 3 minutes.
The 3 minutes is up.
I think this is actually, since it's a public hearing, I think I should be allowed to exceed a 3-minute.
Well, we
comment.
have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Your all's math is not making any sense to me. In one of the meetings, it said our general funds had $800,000 on it, and this says we've got $1,644,000. I'm not following along.
Because we have one account that's revenue coming in. Then we have another one that's expenditures. That $178,000 is added to our expenditures, not taken away from the revenue. Well, it is, but the revenue pays for that. But we have one that's got the 700 and what we're planning on spending this year or whatever, and then you add that to it for the revenue.
Times up to $959,000. You add it, not subtract it.
You're adding it to
To
the
the
expenditure.
appropriations.
I wish I could balance my checking book like that. That's the way I do.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay, discussion and action on the contract to use Teresa Snyder for the certified water plant
We
operator.
need to approve.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second reading.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance 2017-001 with the appropriations fund.
Okay, Jack second.
Alderman Stratton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Harrison.
Yes.
Alderman Bowling.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing on the agenda is discussion and action on the contract to use Teresa Nada for certified water plant operator license. The state of Tennessee requires the city of Bluff City to have a licensed water treatment and water distribution operator at all times. I was notified on August 19, 2017 that you were without a licensed operator and needed my assistance once again. At that time, your operator had left his license expire. I agreed to help using both my water treatment and water distribution license on a month-to-month basis. As in past employment, Bluff City paid a flat monthly rate for my license and an hourly labor fee. My monthly rate is a flat $250 fee for the use of my license and an hourly rate of $30 an hour as needed for labor. Does somebody have a motion?
Okay,
No, it's
once
just
again,
right on
I
there.
think this is really why it's crucial on the first reading that we know what we're talking about, so we can come prepared.
We don't have a first reading. This is a contract. So,
This is,
a contract.
okay, discussion, okay, then let me ask this question then. How many hours a week is Teresa going to actually work
As needed.
as needed? Does anybody have a good idea as how many hours as needed is going to be? I remember at the last meeting it was discussed $31,500. Deanville supposedly made $52,000. The budget doesn't even have him down as making. He made $43,600 in fiscal year 2017. It's not even close. And Dean worked 8 hours a day. And he also spent time out in the fields with the guys. So is this going to put us down short another person where Dean used to get in the ditches with the guys? And
It had been a long time since he was in the ditches with the guys. He started standing at the water plant. But right now, we've hired someone, and he's going to be working part-time.
he is going to be working part-time?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's from another state, so he has to take his Tennessee state test in May.
To work in what department?
He'll be working as water plant operator.
Okay, so he will be coming in as a full-time water operator.
No, just as needed, more or less, but no less than a half a day.
Okay, well, that kind of will we be bringing him in at $30 an hour as well?
No.
More or less?
Oh, we'll be bringing him in at 20.
20. Okay. And I think we were paying Dean 25. Correct?
No,
Have you
paid
got-
him $20.75.
27
$20.75.
per hour?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a second?
I second.
Take a vote, please.
Alderman Stratton.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington.
Yes.
Alderman Harrison.
Yeah.
Alderman Bowling.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any other citizen comments? Okay, if not, make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
No, don't do any of that.
Second. Alderman Stratton.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington.
Yes.
Alderman Harrison.
Yes.
Alderman Bowling.
Yes.
It'll have to be done in the next